welcome to Chess Talk, episode 258. Hello.
Hello.
It's two of us again, Cody and Brittany.
Yeah.
We'll no longer have in-person guests.
Yeah, we have made it significantly harder to have guests on this podcast unless people come visit us.
Or there's a thing called the internet. We're here to play some chess and talk.
Some chess?
Chess and talk. I am playing chess against a robot on a higher difficulty now.
Oh,
I've proved
won.
like 3 times in a row. So I'm like, you know what? Let's try. Let's see how bad we can lose. We're gonna talk about More the Great. Almost done. Gonna talk about another movie, and I'm sure you're thrilled to talk about it.
I'm just gonna wait.
And just doing some catch up. So how are you, Britt?
Tired.
Yeah, did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I was busy.
Yeah, why was one day busy?
Because we ran a bunch of errands.
We did try and run a bunch of errands.
Yeah.
Realistically, we only went to 2 places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's still a lot.
I guess, yeah.
For me, it's a lot.
What else did we do on Saturday, or do you not want to say it?
I don't want to say it.
It was your
You can
birthday.
say it.
It was your birthday.
Yeah, it was my birthday.
And so we started off the day going to a waffle place.
Yes.
Bruges?
Yes. It's a Belgian bistro. It's not just a waffle place. They have
Waffles.
meats and fries too.
But we got waffles.
And fries for breakfast.
Yeah.
Best breakfast ever.
Yeah, the perfect breakfast.
Because the
Birthday
waffles were
breakfast.
all like fancy sweet concoctions of waffles with like yours had like ice cream and bananas
and cinnamon all over it.
Cinnamon all over it. Like that looked delicious. And mine had it was a s'mores waffle, so if I can imagine. I needed something salty to offset it, and I had heard that this place had the best fries in the city. So
And to be fair to us, we walked to it.
yes.
It was like 4 or 5 blocks away, and we walked to it. So, hey, we earned it.
Yeah.
So that was really
nice.
good.
Yeah.
It's right next to a Thai place, and there's a farmer's market happening. And
Yeah, every Saturday at the park by the restaurant, there's a farmer's market, at least through the summer.
yeah, if it's Saturday and Tuesday.
Saturday
Tuesday
mornings,
evenings.
Tuesday nights.
Yeah. And so if it was a little bit cooler, we probably would have stopped by the farmer's market and checked around, but it was getting warm. It was getting toasty.
Yes, it was.
So we did that. We got your favorite new Mexican restaurant for lunch.
I want to try other places before I say it's my new favorite, but it was good tacos, yeah.
For now, based on your limited selection of Mexican restaurants here, it's your favorite place.
Yeah, for now.
Barrio. It's Barrio. For anyone that cares.
Tacos.
And then went to your cousin's
Yeah,
for dinner. They cooked some tri-tip for us, and
yeah, that was nice.
we played more Catan.
Yeah, you won finally.
Three of us played Catan, and you were
I
there.
got fucked. Like, I had good numbers, they just never got rolled.
You had good numbers, but you were on essentially the same hex, and you were like stuck on one end of the map.
Yeah.
So it's like your numbers were fine.
They weren't rolling, though.
They weren't rolling, but like, because you had built a handful of roads and like a settlement, and I feel like if you had any other position, you would have been better. Because it's like the numbers you started on, yeah, they were fine, but then it was like a 12 and like a 2
Yeah.
right next to you. So it's like, yeah,
I couldn't really go anywhere.
you built a settlement, but it's like, great, this is
Yeah.
never gonna roll. So it was just the entire game I was like, you picked really odd starter pieces.
My starter was good, the 6-9s. Those are good. They just didn't get rolled at all.
Yep.
Mike can vouch for that. 'Cause he had like a little sheep empire that almost went nowhere
But it started going.
at the end.
He started
When
getting
you
them.
all had 8 points and I had 2.
He started getting them babas. That was fun.
Yeah, it was
Chloe
my
got to play
birthday.
with Banjo,
Yes, she did. That was great.
and she is giving in to his charm, I think.
She just needs to lose a little weight and then she'll be interested in playing again.
I don't think that's true. She was definitely playing.
Yeah, but like I think it'll happen more often.
No, she's just lazy. Our dog is who she is, and it's fine.
She's really cute.
Yeah.
Check out pictures of her on the Chess Talk Twitter.
My week was fine.
We had the same week.
I started my new job.
Yes, you did. How's your
Yeah.
new job, Cody?
It's fine. It's fun.
It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, new job, still learning the ropes, so I'm not like fully in it yet. I will theoretically be getting paid, making that money, but
Theoretically.
I've not gotten paid yet. That's why I say theoretically, but I know it is coming, so.
Yeah, fucking better be.
Or you're going to have some issues.
Yeah, because I splurged on some things for myself with
Yeah.
the understanding that you'd be getting paid, so.
So yeah, that was chill. Played some more Horizon Zero Dawn. Still getting into that. I think that's it, though.
Yeah.
Nothing really crazy.
You played a lot of League with Derek because you had like 4 days off.
That was cool. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I was unemployed for a week as I transitioned between jobs, so that was great.
Is that the first time you've been unemployed for like 10 years probably?
Close to it, yeah. And even then, it's like I don't really count it because like I had a job lined up. It worked
But
out.
I don't think you've ever, at least that I'm aware of, had a break between jobs.
I've always gone right to it. A few times, like my work week transitioned into my new job's work week, and so I'm like, I had zero break, not even a normal weekend. Are you ready to talk about The Great?
Yeah.
So yeah, The Great. We're talking about episodes 7 and 8.
We're almost there.
Almost there. We're gonna do it. We're gonna rate it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
So what'd you think about episode 7?
Really sad.
Because I mentioned how the last 2 episodes felt like the sort of like rebirth, reincarnation of Peter, with like him nearly dying, and then like, oh, he's like maybe not shitty, and then of course he's already back to it because things got hard.
I feel like he's still a little bit better and
Yes.
willing to listen. He's just, there's still this part of him that, well, I want this, so that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'll listen to you, but I think I'm still going to do what I want to do.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
It's not great still, but he is not just an overgrown man-child that wants to kill everything. He's just an overgrown man-child. You know, he's listening,
Yeah.
not putting forth too much of an effort, but
He is listening.
yes.
For what it's worth.
The bar for men is really low.
Especially in these times.
Yes. Yeah, the episode was really sad because obviously a outbreak of smallpox and
Klaus died,
his name is Vlad.
but he's Klaus to me.
It's Klaus Baudelaire, and he's dead because he got smallpox, and they wouldn't let him get a vaccine, or no,
Variolation.
he can't get a vaccine because he already died.
Yes, he already had it.
He already had it.
You can't become immune to it once you got it.
Yeah.
But him and Mariel were about to fuck.
Yeah, that was weird.
She was just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. I really don't know. He's probably the most high class of all of the servants that
mean,
she
like,
could find.
The most attractive.
I mean, the most, like, not disgusting. Remember she woke up to that woman just, like, shitting in front of her? Like,
What are you supposed to do? You gotta go, you gotta go.
wait till Mariel wakes up and leaves.
You gotta go, you gotta go.
Hold it.
I can just keep repeating myself or we're gonna get stuck in a
will
loop.
kill you.
No, I wouldn't say high class because he's the same in class as her.
Yeah, but, like, he's the most passable.
Attractive.
I don't think he's attractive. I'm sorry. I think he looks like a little boy.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
that's fine.
I'm not into little boys.
I'm not invested in his attractiveness, but Mariel was trying to be.
I think she thought he was nice.
Yeah.
And he was.
And he said that he didn't care if she smelled like piss.
That's
That's all you need.
probably the first man that said that to her in a long time. So.
Sweet baby Vlad got the smallpox, almost died in a closet.
That was so sad.
And then,
It does a really good job of shining light on these, like, pre-industrial revolution conditions, I guess,
Yeah.
where they don't have modern medicine, they don't have technology, they don't have anything that can really prolong their lives or give them a better quality of life. And it's really heartbreaking to think about it from our time period, but then they also make it really funny to watch, where it's heartbreaking that Vlad is dying of smallpox in this wardrobe, and some of the dialogue and, you know, delivery from the actors really sad, and then they throw a book at him and haha, it's really funny, and it really takes you out of it. God, it's depressing. Like, he just wanted to read about smallpox and the different kinds and educate himself,
but doesn't matter, you're dead.
and he figured that out.
Yeah, because Mariel said that he had flat, or he
He
mentioned,
said that he had flat pox,
and
so
that's the
it's
kind
fatal.
his mother had, or Mariel's mother had,
Mm-hmm.
and she died from it.
Yeah. So he just went out to the fields to get burned alive. Well, he was dead when they
Yeah.
burned everyone,
No,
actually.
to get his corpse burned.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, during that whole thing, Catherine's trying to get them to do variolation, which is like the precursor to vaccines, where you inject a little bit into your system so it can fight it off. And of course, or maybe not of course, but the church runs medicine.
Of course, they're
Because-
against it.
Yeah, so they say no. And
I have no problem calling that out.
no, I'm just saying, like, if you don't know 1700s Russia, you don't know that the church is the body that's in charge of medicine.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
I thought
Like, that's not obvious.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, they said, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, and so Catherine is trying to sway Peter because she's feeling like she's on an upswing, and end of the episode we see just in the distance the huge fire running through the forest, and I thought that was a really sad shot.
It was really sad because I don't know if it was a reaction to he just didn't believe it would work, or if he was mad that she kind of defied him publicly.
I think it was more of a reaction, like, why did he do it, or why was she sad?
Why did he do it?
Oh,
Did he burn them alive because he was like, no, this isn't going to work? Or she defied me publicly and embarrassed me by
I think it's even
injecting
less.
herself with it.
I think it's less than that, and it's just like everyone at the court is telling me not to worry about it, and also I don't care about serfs, so I'm just gonna burn them.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly don't think Peter put that much thought into it,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
that's Peter.
That's fair.
He's a very vain and shallow decision maker.
What's the majority telling me? Are they agreeing with me? Cool.
Yeah. I was probably going to do it anyways, but at least I got their support.
Yeah.
That's how Peter's brain works.
Yeah. So next episode, I really enjoyed. They went to Sweden.
And during all this, Leo's being a huge fuckboy.
He's being a huge fuckboy, and it's really making me... Like, I thought about it, 2 minutes ago when I was putting the food away. They, swapped the traditional gender roles for these, character arcs, where it's usually the woman, the lover, female lover that's, feels, pushed to the side and not important, while the man goes off and plans his coup.
Right. And I think that's intentional because it's
yeah.
like she's the one in power, so she's going to be the one that is able to be a little less emotionally attached.
I think she is emotionally attached,
Yes.
but not to the point where she's just sulking.
Not as much as Leo is, because it's like when she's gone, what does Leo do? He's just sitting around court and stuff. It's like
Yeah.
when Leo's not around her, she's planning a goddamn coup.
I like seeing this reversal. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you in that regard.
I want to like him because I think
Why?
he connects with her. He makes her feel special. He genuinely loves her. And I want to like him. But he can't remember she is married
Their
and you
role.
were literally hired to be her side piece.
You are a literal fuckboy.
Yes. So, and she loves you and doesn't like him. Get that through your head.
Yeah, and even then, I won in chess, by the way.
Good job.
Even then, it's like, okay, so if she does start liking him, oh well, you
That's
also
her husband.
you also have to deal with that, Leo. Get over it.
She's trapped in the marriage forever, basically.
If the marriage ends,
She's dead.
she dies.
Yes.
She's not gonna throw away her life just to get one last, guilt-free bang from Leo. That's not how.
No.
No.
She dies.
Yeah.
She tried to leave and they tried to kill her.
They try to drown her in a box.
I don't know, maybe if he had seen that happen, he would understand.
He knows he's
just a
around.
fuckboy.
Yeah, he's just his little few wings. His tree's dying. Anyways, episode 8.
They go to Sweden.
And to meet with the King of Sweden and
Yes,
Queen
who
of
is
Sweden.
Swedish Peter.
Yes, exactly.
Fuck.
And it's amazing.
It was really funny.
It was
To
one
watch
of the
them
funniest
interact.
episodes. Yeah, like the first half of the episode where they're chummy. It's just great. And I was expecting more from the Queen of Sweden. I was expecting her to be a clone of Catherine, but she definitely just seemed more of a court
Yeah.
woman, and that kind of let me down. But I was like, whatever.
It seems like
Can't be.
she's Catherine if Catherine didn't plan a coup and just kind of resigned herself to being a lady of the court for a while.
But even then, like,
Because it seems like the Queen of Sweden, or whatever her name is, like, she's not, like, as vapid as some of the Russian ladies of the court, but she's definitely...
she likes her gossip. That's what
she
said.
does, but she seems at least smarter, and she just kind of gave up her dreams, I guess. I don't know.
Because, like...
It seems like she just seems like the path Catherine could have taken if she just resigned herself to her status.
Her name was Agnes.
Yeah.
Queen Agnes.
That's the way I interpreted her.
She was in Mary, Queen of Scots.
Mm-hmm. With Saoirse Ronan.
Sure. I don't know. She seemed way more of Lady of the Court.
I didn't.
Because she was, like, begging to bang Peter while they were there, and admitted that the printing press in Sweden was the husband's idea, and, like, it didn't seem like she was just saying that. I feel like she would have been honest to Catherine, so she just didn't seem like a similar role as Catherine was. That's all.
I wouldn't say she's on the same level as just vapid ladies of the court.
No, but not on the same level as Catherine.
No, I said if Catherine had gone down the path of just resigning herself to her position.
Yeah.
Yeah, the highlight of the episode was just their interactions, the king and Peter.
King and
Emperor.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was...
So there's not much to really pick apart there, and then Catherine kind of got Velmentov on her side.
She did.
He was reluctant, but he eventually just kind of gave into it.
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she got him, and yeah, the most interesting thing for me was learning the, like, trivia about Petersburg, St. Petersburg, and how it was a Sweden city.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That got taken over. Mm-hmm. But makes sense. So that was my favorite little factoid.
Yep. Because
I don't care about the city in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Idiot.
Because I think, I only know this from not Disney's Anastasia, that St. Petersburg is where all the royals used to live until the Bolsheviks overthrew the royals.
Oh, the royals.
Royals.
Yeah, okay.
The Tsar. And then the capital, I guess, was moved to Moscow.
I'm just trying to see on the map how close it is to Sweden. It's really not.
It's not.
Yeah. Like, it's across... Like, you have to go through Finland, essentially, to get to St. Petersburg from Sweden.
Maybe they had Finland at that time.
They probably had a much larger kingdom, yeah.
I don't know the history of that.
Come on.
I know some bits of American history and that I couldn't tell you right now. College. Pay for it.
It's 55 degrees in St. Petersburg right now.
Damn.
It's 4 a.m.
Oh, wow. Is that Fahrenheit?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's Celsius. It's hell.
You never know. Russia is hell.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
a frozen hell.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing
That's
it has.
Siberia.
Which is part of Russia.
Okay.
Anyways. Yeah.
It's 131 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's 55 Celsius. I don't know conversions. I went to public school.
But I know that if it's around 30 to 40 degrees Celsius, like, that's bad. That's hot. So 55 is like, what?
I don't know shit. I know Fahrenheit. America.
So aside from the meeting, Mariel and Leo.
Leo was being pouty and bitchy, and then
Mariel and Orlo were talking to Catherine about telling Leo or not, and she was trying to argue for telling him, and then Leo went to drop off a goodbye letter.
Maybe I'm just an asshole, but I don't see the benefit of telling him besides his feelings won't be hurt now. Is there a benefit?
I mean, I don't think so, because it's not like his family is even very noble or he has much sway.
It's really just so he doesn't get his panties in a bunch.
Yeah, like, just let him fuck back off to his farm or whatever.
The more people that she tells, the more dangerous it becomes.
And the only reason she was, like, telling Velmentov and stuff, it's, like, because there was a use of telling him.
Yeah.
And with Leo, there is no use. It is literally just for his feelings, like you said.
And, like, you know, they keep saying that it's sometimes historically accurate, so I'm wondering, my issue with the show so far has been, there's no real risk, because I know what happens. I know the story, but maybe they're going to subvert expectations, and kind of like Inglourious Basterds history here.
Maybe. Or just, like, all the side characters and stuff. Like,
Well, yeah, all the side characters are pretty much made up or conglomerations of various random people during this time.
yeah.
But I wonder if, like, I can keep thinking, like, oh, there's a risk if she tells Leo. There's a risk that Orlo got drunk and told Velementov. But then in my mind, know the history and think, no, she's going to be fine. But maybe they're not going to do that. Maybe they're going to change history.
I doubt
don't
it,
know.
but maybe.
I doubt it, but, it's fun to wonder.
Have hope.
Yeah. Because I just really don't see the point of her telling him besides he'll stop being pouty, which, yay for us. We don't have to watch him be pouty for the last 2 episodes. Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Fuck. I mean, Peter keeps going around court telling about how he ate Catherine's pussy and wants to do it again. So maybe he'll keep being pouty. It's a good show. I don't know if any of our listeners are actually watching it, but I really hope they are. Because it is a good show.
It's worth checking out, as we've mentioned.
It's fun. It's a fun, historical, but not show.
Done with that for now. Let's talk about a movie.
Do we have to?
We sure do.
Okay. This was my choice. I want that to be known.
Oh, yeah, I was going to mention it. Because
this is not what I expected this movie to be.
So, we are, again, recap. Every episode this week, we are talking about
This week?
Season, 10 weeks, critically acclaimed or fan acclaimed movie.
Cult classic.
That you or I, at least one of us, hasn't seen, preferably neither of us have seen. This week, it was Being John Malkovich, the 1999
cult classic
comedy. It's a quirky cult favorite comedy.
What's the guy's first name? It's Kaufman.
Charlie Kaufman.
Charlie Kaufman.
So we watched that. We're about to get into it. What is he, Charlie Kaufman?
Synecdoche, New York.
Yep. And Anomalisa, Eternal Sunshine.
Adaptation. He did Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Adaptation, because that was also a weird one.
That had Nicolas Cage in it, I think.
Sure did. Human Nature, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
The only one I saw was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
And I can confidently say I liked that movie more than this one. Can we just get into it now?
Yeah, please.
I really wanted to like this movie. I had heard about this movie maybe like 10 years ago. I think my brother suggested it to me.
I don't know who I would be able to suggest this movie to, unless I give a lot of, preface.
I feel like if I assumed no one else had seen this movie, I could confidently go up to Carlos and be like, dude, I think you'd like this movie.
Yes.
That's it.
That's probably it.
Maybe Tyler.
He's probably seen it, though.
Yes, Tyler. I know, but assuming they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Those two. I think if we went up to Rob, he'd be like, I'd watch it, and then he'd probably come out feeling the same way we probably did. Which is, I really wanted to like it. Maybe you did. I didn't dislike it. What the fuck?
You had such a vitriolic reaction to it.
Sure. I just don't know what it was.
That's fine.
Is that the point?
Yeah.
Okay. I know there's all these themes about identity and obsession and love but what the fuck?
I would like to say that this is a very ahead of its time movie.
Yeah.
With the Cameron Diaz storyline, which I
really enjoyed how much they kind of just moved past it and accepted it and her, and I was like, cool, that's different for 1999.
Yep.
But it was still weird to watch the rest of the movie play out at all.
Yeah.
For her as well. It was a weird way to approach that kind of theme of, if you have never seen this movie, I don't know how, it's 21 years old.
We've never seen it.
I know, but we're also the worst at watching movies. What?
Lester died this year from a car accident.
I saw that, yeah.
He was so old, and that's
what was his name?
Orson Bean.
Yeah, he got hit by a car. He got hit by 2 cars. It was the second car that killed him. Yeah. It was really sad.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, so if you haven't seen this movie, we haven't because we don't watch movies. But if you haven't also, basically, John Cusack discovers this portal to be inside John Malkovich's head, and you can kind of just watch what he does. And it's only for 15 minutes, and as soon as you're done, it shoots you out onto the Jersey Turnpike.
Yeah, and throughout the course of the movie, Cusack learns how to control.
He learns how to control John Malkovich.
Because John Cusack is a puppeteer.
Yes, he is a puppeteer.
And this is like...
what he's trained to do.
Yes.
Basically.
Because another character played by Catherine Keener, who you would know as the mom from Get Out.
I mean, I'm sure she's more popular from other things.
That's what immediately stuck out to me, so...
yeah.
Throwing it out there. That's a very recent big movie.
Yeah.
She is his partner in this operation because they start admitting
They start basically
people.
like selling tickets to
Yes.
be John Malkovich.
And she develops a, I'll say, fetish for having sex with John Malkovich
while someone's inside of him.
It started with Cameron Diaz as Lottie.
Yeah.
And then it became Craig.
Because she gets off on like someone
people.
being inside of him, and then she got excited about the fact that Craig could control him. So I don't know what that says thematically, but
She said that it was the knowing that two pairs of eyes are like lusting after her. Like that's
Okay.
what did it for her. It's like
Okay.
she is that desired that it's two people at the same time.
okay. Cameron Diaz's character is John Cusack's wife. She goes inside John Malkovich and then very quickly discovers, I think I'm transgender or lesbian or transsexual, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because, she says transsexual in the beginning, but then she never goes through any kind of transition, like towards the end. Spoilers. She's just in a loving relationship with Maxine at the end of the movie.
Right.
As a woman.
But
so, good for her.
She says, like, I've never felt more comfortable than, or like, felt like everything was right than when she was
Yeah.
John Malkovich.
And it's very interesting, and I'll say strange, just for a movie in 1999 to say that very bluntly and just move past it. And
Right.
that just, you have to accept this is a part of the movie right now. And it's not going to be like people are coming at her and telling her she's wrong or feeling, that's not an okay thing to think. It's just John Cusack's like, but I love her, not you.
And
that's the point of the movie, is they both love the same woman.
That's terrible. And also Maxine's like, yeah, but you can't be in him all the time because I want to make money. At least for Lottie.
Yeah.
Like, you can't keep going back into it because we need to sell more tickets to Malkovich.
Yeah. But I'll only be with you when you're in him.
Yes.
This movie was really fucking weird. The highlight of the movies was when John Malkovich went inside John Malkovich.
That's what, like, one of the posters of the movie
Yeah.
is.
Because I thought the movie would be just kind of quirky in that way, where it would just be John Malkovich kind of swearing all the time. No.
Malkovich.
God.
What's that job, like, where he was, like, wearing a dress and singing on the piano? That was like a
Like a lounge singer?
lounge singer, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want that. I want, like, a...
You want a poster of that in
just
this room?
like a music video of him just singing Malkovich seductively while he's wearing a lounge dress.
Yeah.
Did not expect that going into this movie.
Neither did I. I didn't expect a lot of things going into this movie.
I'll say this is the right way to subvert expectations.
Yeah. Game of Thrones.
What really surprised me is that, like, it was essentially in our world, because it's like John Malkovich was
A real person.
an actor and everything, and I
Yeah.
thought it'd be some weird, like, portal dimension, but he was just John Malkovich.
Yeah, he was in the Jewel Thief movie.
Is that like a reference or a joke that
I
we're
think
supposed to
it's
get?
that one movie with Clint Eastwood.
Oh, I was gonna say Pink
think.
Panther.
No.
That's a Jewel Thief and Steve Martin. Yeah, Pink Panther came out in 2006, so it's not that either.
No.
Who knows?
Several characters in the movie remember John Malkovich as having played a jewel thief, even though, as he correctly points out, he never did. All right.
Yeah, but then, however, Malkovich did eventually play a Jewel
Oh,
Thief
you found
in
that
Johnny English.
Yeah. The guy in the restaurant improvised the scene where he encounters John Malkovich and says, "You were really great in that movie where you play that retard." According to the actor, director Spike Jonze had instructed him to use the word retard as many times as he could.
That's great.
Some of the trivia for this movie is very funny. Charlie Sheen is also in this universe as
And he's
himself.
John Malkovich's friend. This is before Charlie Sheen went crazy.
Or,
This is what made him crazy.
no, I was going to say he was always crazy and we just didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted to like this movie. I don't think I disliked it, but Just thinking about it makes me feel really gross.
What part? Is it the...
The puppets.
Oh, the puppets?
Puppets are up there with clowns for me.
Oh, okay.
I think it might be the puppets, but also like...
The opening shot of John Cusack portraying himself dancing around as a puppet.
Yeah.
Didn't do it for you?
Not
What about
really.
the scene where John Cusack is talking to Maxine and she's telling him how interesting and cool he is?
When did that happen?
He did it with two puppets. It was after the bar.
Yeah, it was just really creepy. Some of the comedy was really good though. Like when they're in the bar and it's tell me about yourself. I'm a puppeteer. Check. End scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. Just Catherine Keener's just one-liners right there.
Yeah, she was... I don't know. It's like I wanted to like her as a person, but she was just terrible.
She was awful.
She was the worst person.
Why did they love her?
Because she's the worst? I
Because
don't
she's
know.
hot?
Sure.
How did John Malkovich get convinced enough to go to the restaurant and meet her?
It was her voice. That's what he said.
Does she have an interesting voice?
I don't know. He just said like something about her voice. That was it. That's all he needed.
I don't know. This movie was weird. That's all I can say.
This is... I just think it's weird to call it a quirky comedy, where I would label it more in like the absurd category.
It is definitely absurd. If they're labeling like what's his name, Yorgos Lanthimos as absurdist comedy or absurdist film, you know, with the lobster, this is more absurd.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like last week we said The Lobster is the weirdest movie we had watched through all of this.
This is weirder.
We just dunk it with
Yeah.
Being John Malkovich.
I really like this, like, 2005 forwards John Malkovich, where he doesn't give a fuck.
Just angry.
He's just angry.
Maybe this is what broke him.
Maybe.
He had to be a lounge singer.
I did see there was, like, a couple interviews he did where he was, like, really scared to do this movie because, you know, first he would be attached to it and then his name would be in the title. So if it fucking bombed,
yes,
he's done.
Yeah.
And it would haunt him forever.
Because of the name, I literally, for the longest time in my life, I thought it was like some weird like documentary about John Malkovich. I didn't know it was just, no, he's just kind of in it being himself.
It's funny to me because was John Malkovich at that time, like as big as like as a household name as he is now?
I wouldn't even say he's
because
a
people
household
kept
name
like
now.
I would say he is. I don't know. But, like, maybe it's because of this movie that people are like, I've heard of that guy. He played a jewel thief, right?
Yeah, because he's been acting
for a while, but...
Yeah, because he joined the Steppenwolf Theater in 1976.
I don't know what that is.
It's just they talked about it in the movie. It's just a very famous, like, Broadway-type theater in Chicago. Mm-hmm. And so, like...
So he's in a lot of stage
Even then, like... TV series back in like the early 80s TV series, so it's
okay, maybe he was a household name. I don't know. I was 6.
He was a very big, just a very historied career, I guess is what I'll say.
Okay.
He was in Secretariat.
Was he Secretariat?
You're asking who was Secretariat? No, he wasn't Secretariat.
I was kidding.
Yeah, that's a horse.
I know. That's the joke.
No one's credited as Secretariat. That makes me upset.
It's not BoJack. Anyway, is this important?
The tagline for Secretariat is the impossible true story.
Yeah, because Secretariat was just a horse in real life.
And then in the movie, it was John Malkovich playing the horse.
What are you doing here?
That's what this movie felt like. That's what this conversation.
What?
Just like how off track it goes. That's what this movie was. Like, it was just this puppeteer down on his luck, gets a job, living at home with his wife that he clearly doesn't love anymore, that has just 20,000 animals that he doesn't want. And then you're inside John Malkovich for 8 months.
Goals.
Yeah. And then you felt pretty confident that at the end of the movie, John Cusack was in the daughter.
Yes.
Is that like the thing?
He is, but he's not able to control her.
That's what I thought.
So he's stuck. He can't control her. That's why he kept saying, like, look away, and she wouldn't.
She was staring at her mom.
He's just stuck.
Yes. That's what he deserves.
Hmm.
I don't have anything else to say about this.
I don't want to say anything else either.
What's the rating system?
I'm not rating this. Remember, I don't rate these ones.
But what should the rating system be? At a 10, 7.5 floors.
Oh my god, the fucking best storyline was Elijah. The chimp with the traumatic, the childhood trauma.
That, to me,
that was heartbreaking.
that reminded me of some, like, wild ass It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like, cutaway.
Yeah, it was great. That was so sad.
So out of 10 monkey captives?
Sure. I'm not rating it, but yeah, we can go with that one.
I don't know. This is a hard one to rate.
I just feel like I'm not mentally there.
It's how do you rate a movie like this?
I just, like I said way before, I just don't feel comfortable rating movies that didn't come out in my cultural context.
There
but
is
also,
no,
this, exactly, I don't get it.
you can't have, if there's cultural context for this,
Show me.
Burn that culture.
Y2K. Y2K fucked with everyone.
Anyways, I'll probably give it like 6.5. That's probably where I stand.
Okay.
Definitely interesting movie. Held my attention. Never seen a movie like it. Maybe I'll watch it again.
So unique. That is a good quality sometimes. I am very excited when I see a movie that is nothing like I've ever seen before. But like this movie showed, eventually you're going to get into weird, freaky shit when you've never seen it before.
You're going to hit your limit, I think.
Just gonna get into the weird shit.
So anyways, we did it.
Yeah.
We got one more.
Sorry. John Cusack did say that when he took the part, basically, he asked his agent to find him the most unproducible script there was.
Man, it worked.
Yep.
Yeah, there's that. We finished. We got one more week of movies like this. One more episode. One more week of The Great. And we will see you next week. Thanks for listening. Go listen to all our episodes. Go listen to our friends' episodes with Time for Your Hobby.
Yeah.
Brittany was on it. You're finally going to talk about that? I did talk about it when you weren't on, and I linked to it and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But
Alex is one of the nicest people that we have ever virtually met. And probably in real life, too. He has a great podcast. Support him. If you want to be a guest, just reach out to him. I'm sure he'd love it if you have a hobby you want to talk about. It doesn't matter if it's already been talked about before. Help him reach his goal because he's going to be a dad and wants to take some time off. So at Time for Your Hobby.
Mm-hmm. Go check him out. It'll be in the description.
It's TFYH Podcast on Twitter, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Just remember Tifa Podcast.
Yeah, remember that.
We'll be back next week. Thanks for listening to us. Tell your friends. Tell your dog. We're going to go walk ours. Bye.
Bye.